Hey there, fans of Brotherly Love Wrestling. It is I, Vic Delicious.
Philly's own, the Mecca here.
It is the real McCoy, J.D.X. Justin D. Xavier. And
it's your man, CD, the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels.
Hello, boys and girls. This is your old friend RJ City.
Hey there, Brotherly Love Wrestling. Bill Carr here.
Hey everyone, this is two-time guest Wheeler Yuta.
Two bozos from Philadelphia flapping their gums about pro wrestling this, pro wrestling that.
Which is not that unique in the grand scheme of things yet.
You are in for a treat because you're tuned in to Brotherly Love Wrestling.
Philadelphia, are you ready?
No! They said, are you ready?
This is Brotherly Love Wrestling Podcast, your first stop for everything professional wrestling. So sit back and enjoy wrestling talk at its finest with your hosts, Larry Hall and Joe Corrado.
Welcome, everybody, to Brotherly Love Wrestling. On the show, well, we have All In to talk about. And shockingly enough, Joe saw all of it. I mean, but look, we were trapped in a car for 3 hours plus. So we had some time. So we ended up streaming it, playing it through the car. And we weren't driving. Someone else was driving, so we got to watch. And afterwards, a day afterwards to now 2 days, as the recording on Tuesday, I actually was able to watch a couple more matches. I watched a couple last night.
Pre-show and
no, I didn't even go back. I just wanted to see the take in match. Some of the main card, yeah. And then I watched Brian and Swerve again. And and I think you put the tweet out.
I did put a tweet out.
And you said that now, okay, this was a great show, now translated to TV.
Yeah.
And I think that's the biggest thing.
That's always the problem. I'll say it every pay-per-view that I actually watch. I think the last one was the Sting one. The one where, what was that?
Full Gear?
Full Gear, yeah, where it was Sting's last match. It was a really good showing there, too.
Yeah.
Some surprises, whatnot. I mean, you got the same... I feel like every pay-per-view for AEW, there's going to be some sort of surprise, which is kind of cool, I guess, still.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can only do it so much to where, I mean, the surprises have added up substantially.
Yeah.
And the fact that you now have all this talent, and, I mean, it's always going to be the thing.
You
get the talent on the pay-per-view. That's the thing. I didn't need to see any real storylines. Now, the ones that we talked about last week and the ones that had some storyline, I mean, it made the matches better.
Yeah. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Because if it was legitimately just a random Mariah May and Toni Storm match for the title, I wouldn't have cared as much. Still a good match. It was, I think, what did I say? It was my most anticipated. But yeah, there was
behind of that card.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I did.
And it delivered.
Yeah.
Because of the storyline. Now the other women's match, not so much.
No. And it's not just, and the funny thing is, it wasn't just me and you that thought that.
No, the crowd was dead.
But Monday, a lot of social media was talking about that match.
It was a bad match.
And a lot of people were saying how, and there was excuses thrown around about how, well, they didn't want to do business together, and that's why the match sucked, and stuff like that.
Then pull it. If you can't put together
you can't be
quality match
and be professional, that's the problem right there. Which it surprised me about Britt. I don't know if it would surprise me about Mercedes, but
they probably didn't want to do business, probably because Britt didn't want to lose to
Mercedes
Moné. She probably was like, I've been here this whole time. I am your women's division. You bring her in, and they think that she's going to sell tickets. She doesn't. She doesn't.
Yeah,
I mean, not a substantial amount. Now there's probably people that are there like, oh, I just came to see Sasha's match.
Mercedes.
Same thing. It literally is the same thing. Different name, same thing. It was not good, but that's a negative.
Yeah.
The positives substantially outweigh the negatives on that card. I mean, I know leading up to it, we were like, well, we just saw him for 60 minutes. Osprey and MJF. We just saw him. Like, what the hell else could they do? They added a little bit of pizzazz here and there.
Yeah.
Overall, good match. Was it match of the night in my eyes? I don't believe so. It was a really good match. But they did just do it. And Osprey, you knew was going to win.
Yes. Yeah. I feel like that was one of the finishes that was very predictable.
Now, if anything else, I mean, end the MJF Osprey thing, but you could run a mini MJF and Daniel Garcia angle if you want.
Which is probably coming.
You got a new champion, just run with it. I mean, Osprey, I was really surprised that Osprey wasn't like main title bound, like right off the bat. I'm pleasantly surprised, to say the least.
Yeah.
I'm glad they didn't just Osprey gets here, major title win. Let him do this for a while. Let him elevate that title.
Yes.
Because he will.
Absolutely he will. Yeah.
Some randomness. What I pretty much thought, I would say, for the multi-man matches. I mean, it was pretty...
The thing, and we said this as we were watching it and as the finish happened, was the match itself for the TNT title was a very, or not TNT title, for the trios title.
Yeah.
The ladder match, the trios ladder match. When we were watching that, it was a really, really well, even though there was a lot of people involved.
There's a lot going on.
It was still really good. Like it
Yeah,
didn't get muddied up like as I thought it would, but the finish, like you're bringing out Luchasaurus as Luchasaurus, and then he's still...
No, that was for the gauntlet.
That was for the gauntlet. That's what I meant. That's what I was talking about, not the trios. I'm sorry. I'm getting all...
Yeah,
I'm getting all of them up. The gauntlet match, the casino gauntlet match.
Here's the thing. And again, I don't want to harp on the negatives because, I mean, the match quality on average for the whole card was really good. I don't put numbers on things, but we gave it an 8.
Yeah, no, I think that's fair. I think 8.5.
Oh, how many fingers am I holding up?
2.
8. But no, the weird thing about that gauntlet was it wasn't really a gauntlet, and the rules were kind of, I don't know if they announced them prior, but when you actually watch it, even if that was the rules the whole time and they said it, when you actually watch it, it still doesn't make fucking sense. Like, you should be able to end the match before all the participants get in. And then people going for pinfall when there's still people waiting in the back, you're like, they're not going to fucking end it like now. Like, that would be the dumbest fucking thing ever.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. And
So,
well, the thing is, I think the problem from the start is calling it, having the name
a gauntlet. Yeah,
That's
you have
the
to
problem.
beat someone, then the next person comes
You
out.
can call it a battle royal win by pinfall. You can call it that, or like I don't even know what you could call it, because having a battle royal that has a pinfall in it, when a pinfall can occur, like you said, before all the participants are out, makes no sense.
It makes no sense.
It's
a dumb fucking rule. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, like it just,
if that is the case,
just like War Games and just like Blood and Guts, the match doesn't start till all the participants are there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, make that be the rule.
So then you have to come out and say that. That way,
but that wasn't even the rule.
I know that way. There's
was the bizarre
not
thing.
those pinfalls that meant absolutely nothing. But
they could have if they would have actually ended the match before. So you're playing a double-edged sword of both suckiness. So you either do a person comes in. If you throw it on and that's the match and you don't get 3 people that come out, you're still like, well, that's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Either way, you're sitting there, you're like, well, that's fucking stupid.
That's true.
The match itself was great. I mean, you had Nigel McGuinness come back, but that was, and that crowd delivered.
Big time.
Delivered.
Big
when
time.
they needed to. I mean, they sat on their hands when they felt they warranted it.
Yeah.
But it wasn't often.
No, not at all. No. Ricochet made his debut.
Ricochet makes his debut.
And is still Ricochet.
Yeah, well, he was Ricochet before. He owns that. He was Ricochet before WWE.
Yep, okay.
But, yeah, I mean, was it cool? Yeah. Was it the same Ricochet? Pretty much. Was it what I expected? Yes. I mean, I just expected Ricochet really never, like, just like Osprey. they're not like my favorite style. They're not my favorite wrestler. So they're good for what they do, but that's pretty much what they do. I'm not getting like a strong technical, like storyline based match with them.
No, I
Getting
mean
a lot of fast paced, no selling for no reason.
Yeah.
Kind of is what it is. I never was overly a really big Ricochet fan. Like I would take Chad Gable over like a Ricochet. If I put them pretty much where they're at in the card.
Yeah.
Gable at least has a little bit more personality.
Yeah. Oh, as from what we have seen up till this point, yes, Gable has more personality because he's shown more depth of character in WWE.
He was pretty much given something, and he kind of just was like, "All right, well, fuck, okay, I guess
And-
I got to run with it." This whole shoosh thing, I guess I got to run with it.
Not only that, we don't know if that's on Ricochet or WWE not giving him, you know what I mean?
They tried to, but he's not a good baby face. I mean, it's tough.
He should
It's
be, too.
really, really, really tough. He's just not believable on the mic.
Well, and that's the thing.
That's
he
exactly
never really
it.
he
So
never really
for-
came across.
For a wrestling company that wants to be a wrestling company, Ricochet fits perfect for that.
Absolutely.
Absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
Am I going to be any more invested in AEW because Ricochet's there? No. Like, that's just me. But we already have come to the conclusion that this ain't for me.
Yeah.
It just isn't. It's fine with that. But, I mean, I can still find bits and pieces that I like, but it's not like, I got to watch this every single week.
Yeah.
I can still enjoy if I want to enjoy something, I can sit there and enjoy it. Is it a lot? No. But
there is stuff
there is stuff.
Yeah.
This pay-per-view was an indicator. I mean, the only problem is it's a pay-per-view. And I don't want to pay for it because I'm not like it's a fucking
If you're not invested weekly, what pulls you to buy for that?
Because really it's a one-off for me.
Yeah.
It's just a one-off show.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna fucking pay money for that. It's a lot of money. If it was like $20 a show, yeah, I would do it.
Yeah.
$50 or more, no.
Yeah.
Especially running back-to-back weeks.
Yeah. And now we're getting all out.
No.
Yeah.
No way. And that's the thing. I don't like that they put them right next to each other.
I don't either.
It feels like because they really don't have enough story. Believe me, they have enough talent to be able to pull this off. Easily.
Yeah, absolutely.
But they would have to have a thing called brands, and where you would have to have good viewership for both sides to pull me in.
Yeah.
So you would do All In would be a Dynamite show. All Out would be a Collision show. If you're going to do a back-to-back pay-per-view like that, this is the only way to do it. Or you have it as a special. But these are two main fucking pay-per-views.
Yeah.
Now you could do the Forbidden Door into an All In or an All Out, but this back-to-back feels...
Especially because All In...
You literally have a week for a card to try and make it make sense.
All In has always been their
bread and butter.
Their mania. That's been because that's how it started. You know what I mean? All In was even before AEW was AEW. All In was the pay-per-view that started it all for them.
Yeah.
So it's always been the show.
It's got to be the special.
Yeah.
It's got to be the most special.
But for some reason now, All In has been tied in the last 2 years anyway. Now this being the second, you're doing All In and then
All
Out, which it's a week. You have a week in between. So we have a week off. They have a week off, so they have 2
All
weeks
In should be
to build
the start. Maybe the
finish of their year.
Yeah, but then if you're running it, I'm trying to figure out how to make it make sense. Like All In and All Out's turning into like the fucking Mania Backlash.
Yeah.
Or you get I know you're not going to get the same matches, but you're going to get the same people.
So that's the thing.
Because then it'll be a lesser card if they're not using their main attractions.
Yeah, well, and the funny thing is All Out on the...
So what are you going to have right now? You're going to have Christian versus Bryan Danielson because he won the...
So there's actually matches announced.
Oh, cool. Let me hear them.
Only 2 right now. Right now.
What the fuck?
Look.
Oh, we only got a couple days left.
No, we have a week. A week and a couple days. It's the 7th.
Oh.
That's what I said. We have 2 weeks.
Oh, we thought it was
the weekend. No, I didn't realize what the dates were when we were looking at
it's 2 weeks
other pay-per-view.
All right.
So it's September 7th, which is a Saturday. So now All Out is on Saturday,
Well, that
September
I
7th.
like.
Yeah.
I'm not going to watch it, but that I like.
Yeah. So
Actually, maybe I will.
right now,
Okay.
Osprey versus Pac for the international.
But
I don't know
why?
how. I don't know why.
Why?
I don't know.
Because it's a cool match, and we will put it on there for shits and giggles.
If someone already knows why, that'd be great. But I have
You can
no
phone in. You can reach us at 555-6433. Isn't that the old 90s number? Where it's always 555.
Yeah.
555. Yeah, you just got that, didn't you?
No, because I was thinking of 555-2424. You know what that's from?
Bueller?
No.
Oh, what?
Full House.
Ah.
When Michelle's trying to remember.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Look at you.
And the other one, which we saw which makes sense because for the pre-show, Nightingale versus Statlander.
Yes.
For the
I wonder if they're gonna do Page versus Hater too. That'll probably hop on there. That should at least. They just started the feud, right?
Yeah, I hope. I mean,
that'd be good.
Look,
just
you have
put on the kickoff.
You have 2 weeks, so yeah, absolutely.
Oh, it's already in the. It's already in the. That would actually be better to let here. You had the main attraction women go out and do their thing.
Give other women the shine.
Then now you bring these two because they're both storylines.
Yeah, and
one
Paige,
just developed.
Or Soraya Paige in the press conference.
Yeah, she went all. She went all out.
Yeah, she did.
She went all out. Tell her, Jerry. She went all out.
So yeah, I agree with you. I would love to see Soraya and Jamie Hayter at all.
And then Willow and frickin' Statlander.
Yeah,
another one.
Which you're already getting.
You let them go in and do the thing on the main show.
Honestly,
I think that's your best bet.
Both of them will live up more than Britt.
Here's the thing though, you got storyline. I say, and this, because these are top players in the women's division.
Mm-hmm.
You get the winners of each match. Now you get build some steam to get towards those main titles, because who's waiting in the wings for the other two?
Well, by the way, I don't know. I'm sure you probably don't know this.
As a definite.
Nightingale is the CMLL.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. I did know that.
So that's what this match is for.
Yeah, it's going to be defended.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
I didn't know if you knew that or not, but
I knew she was the champion. I didn't know they were doing a.
Yeah. So
that's
a title match.
Yeah,
and then obviously Osprey versus Pac. If that still happens, now this is only listed on.
Does it say subject to change?
I mean, we know wrestling's always subject to change, and we have today's Tuesday, so we have to wait one more day till Dynamite. So anything,
and we have a following week too.
Correct.
Of Dynamite.
We have Dynamite, Rampage, Collision, Dynamite, Rampage. No, we won't have Collision because it's on Saturday, unless they run it back to back, which they've done before.
Yeah.
So yeah, anything could change, but as of right now, as of Wikipedia, take that with what you will.
Oh, all right. So we'll take that with a grain of salt.
Osprey, Pac, Nightingale, and Statlander. Osprey, Pac, I would like to at least give me 2 weeks of something.
Yeah.
If I haven't already, I don't know, maybe something happened backstage online that
Bryan Danielson takes the pay-per-view off.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's going to make an announcement on Dynamite tomorrow night.
Yeah, which probably means he's going to get attacked or challenged, or something's going to happen. So you're going to get Bryan.
Please give me Nigel. Although I would like to wait. Nigel McGuinness, Bryan Danielson.
Well, here's the thing with
Seattle. You know they're going.
Oh, for hometown.
They're going to Washington.
That's why he's the champion. Right?
Later. I can't remember what the date is. I don't know what the significance is.
Well, here's the thing.
I know they're going there.
If you have someone come out and challenge him that isn't Christian, because Christian's going to do a weasel move. That's just him.
True.
If he doesn't, then that's fucking stupid. But Nigel would be good for a one-off at this point, and have him
that's all you need.
Yeah,
for that match with that build-up, you have the ROH library that you can use to back everything up.
Fine.
Like
that's fine for a one-off,
and that will get
I'd
me
be okay
invested.
with that.
Whatever it is, I'm in. So whenever that is, whether it's Dynamite, which I think would be fucking retarded because you make money. I think it should be on a pay-per-view, and I don't know.
Absolutely.
I don't know if this Seattle event is Dynamite or if it actually is a pay-per-view later in a couple months. I don't know that.
Oh, no. You do this at All Out. You have the title on the line, and you have the backstory to go with it for a little bit, and you just make it the title match. If not, if it doesn't have, because it's going to have what? Because after tomorrow, it's 1 week build.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're gonna need something with backstory, or you don't do anything at all.
Yeah, I agree. But that's and watching that
Do
match
they have someone else waiting in the wings that could come back for surprises
for anything or for the title?
for AEW? No, I don't care about.
You're saying for anything?
Yeah, just for anything because they had a couple surprises. You had Hater come back. It was pre-show, but you had Hater come back, and you had Ricochet.
Yeah. And of course Nigel.
And Nigel McGuinness, yeah.
Yeah, not that any rumors are out there.
I mean, they could potentially have something.
Look, what I would do, I like your idea, how you said put shine on the women that weren't on there.
Yeah.
What I would really like is if you put people that, like you said, maybe weren't on All In, like people like Lance Archer and like people like that aren't there.
You give them a pay-per-view to prove themselves.
Exactly. And give me
it's not
more
a bad.
people.
It's not a bad. I mean, you get to not only that, but putting that as the pay-per-view and have people that like now you can like build that towards Collision.
Yeah,
you can add some more story depth.
Yeah, because like
that Dynamite. I mean, I don't know if they just have enough time. Like time's always like their thing, and we're running on shitty days. Running on Friday and Saturday.
Friday and Saturday suck, but I mean Friday time slot sucks because look, SmackDown has no problem drawing, but being on 10 o'clock on a Friday,
yeah, it's also pre-taped, so it's not going to be highly watched anyway.
True,
because people already know what the fuck happened.
Very true.
Yeah, that's what hurts. That
yeah,
it being pre-taped is like
I mean, it's what always hurt SmackDown.
Yeah,
yeah, and it wasn't even like social media was a very big thing at that point.
No,
Even the internet was around, but
taped.
Yeah, you just knew it was.
Because it said previously recorded.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
that sucks.
Well, it was common knowledge.
Anytime you see that on any show,
yeah,
previously recorded, that sucks.
Yeah,
you're automatically like, oh man, this already happened.
Yeah. Well, especially with live events.
Yeah.
Like I mean, TV's different because
Imagine if you had to watch the fucking Super Bowl pre-recorded.
No.
With a fucking stadium full of fans.
No, I wouldn't want to.
No, right?
Dude, so let me tell you this: the night
That's without fucking social media.
The night we got married,
Notre Dame was on.
Notre Dame, no, not just Notre Dame being
USC?
on. Notre Dame, Michigan.
Oh.
And I remember I was like, all right, I'm gonna record it. And then
you didn't watch it.
And I didn't fucking watch it because all my uncles kept coming up to me, giving me the score and shit. And I'm like, I don't want to watch it. Like, I'm not going to sit down and watch this pre-recorded fucking live. Like, it just, even though to you, if you don't watch, if I didn't hear a thing, I still would have been like, it already happened. Like, it takes the wind out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the other thing is like, I still have never seen that game a day in my life. I've never watched it.
Why do you need
like
to? You
exactly
know what happened?
Yeah, like it just there's something about
that was the worst because even before social media, because you would wake up and watch like I would watch ESPN, I'd be like, oh man, was it the score would come up at the bottom? Like,
yeah, the ticker. Yes,
I'd be like, oh fuck, now I know the ending.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
that's why that sucks. That's just a little glimpse into the being a kid in the 90s.
Yes, exactly.
Some of you don't even understand what the hell we're saying.
Yeah. But we'll see. I mean, look, like we said, we have 2 weeks of build for All Out.
I'm interested. I will give us that, and I'll give the show that. I'm interested to see what the card looks like.
Tomorrow night will go a long way.
Well, here's the thing. I just watched, so I think I'm going to tune into a little bit. Probably
tomorrow night.
Yeah, I probably catch it towards the middle.
Mm-hmm. Going out to dinner?
Mm-hmm.
Day one.
Okay.
Not predictable at all, but
it's not me.
I know.
I'm Mr. Unpredictable.
Well, maybe.
Well, give and take.
Yeah, but yeah,
predictable in some ways. I'm a fucking wild man. Well, you people fucking listening, you're like having a fucking stroke.
No, but yeah, I'm interested again, and I hate saying this because we've said it 3 pay-per-views and 4 pay-per-views in a row with AEW. I can't wait for Dynamite, but I hope my anticipation is met with what I'm expecting. Like I hope that all right, this just happened. Lock me in, get me to All Out. You have 2 weeks.
You have people that could do that too. I mean, you have. Be careful how because I don't want it to sound, but you just switched up the title picture completely for the main title. You have Bryan Danielson saving his career, becoming the champion. I mean, that's maybe this was the right time to take it off Swerve. I don't know. It kind of feels
Debatable.
It feels yes, it does feel debatable, and I would
Yeah.
love to hear the other side of it, but Christian also adds a lot of interest and intrigue, and he's very good with his TV time and how it's allocated. So, Christian, I mean, and it could have been the same for Swerve too. I just think Christian being in the title picture and how he's just been fucking the best heel that they've had, aside from maybe MJF at times before he turned face.
Yeah.
That's gonna and I take that, and I do think it could have been either way. If Swerve was champ or Bryan champ, I think Christian being in that, I think it makes it a lot more interesting. Either way.
Yeah.
And if they don't hit on that right away, I'll be upset because I think that's just like Christian at least hint to it every time he's on the he's
around somewhere.
Yeah, he's got the but beside that, I don't even know where the fuck I was going with all this. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. What was I saying? I've completely lost myself.
You wanted Christian to be around, and you wanted Christian to always be that option because it makes it more interesting for the main title. Is what you were saying.
Yeah, and you're no, now I know. I was defending AEW. That's why I got lost.
Okay.
Because I don't usually do this.
Yeah. It really messes you up.
Yeah, I know. You're saying you're hesitant because of what has always happened for the past 3 or 4 pay-per-views years.
Easy, yeah.
I think with it being a little bit changed up, they have a little bit more intrigue because it becomes too predictable or it becomes uninteresting. Maybe sometimes it being predictable makes it more uninteresting. I don't know. I'm not a fucking wrestling philosopher. But, I mean, I'm a little bit more in the positive for tomorrow. I will say that.
That's good.
I think I still don't know how much I'm going to get to watch, but I think it's going to be good. I'm not going to say great.
I hope, I'm not even going to say, I think it's going to be good. I hope it's going to be good. I've been let down too often to where now I'm just going, just please change my mind.
I'd like to see a new storyline develop. Something that they can fast pace and fast track right into the fucking pay-per-view. Just do something.
You're going to have to do.
Yeah, you got to make some. You got to build.
With AEW, you're going to have to do at least 5.
Well, here's the thing. No, you're going to do. I said, here's the thing a lot. Oh, I can feel it now. I feel like I'm in the 20s or 30s. Hear me out.
You got those little ticks.
Yeah, I know.
That you just fall back into.
I feel like I'm double digits on this one.
Can we get the here's the thing count? That would be great.
Here is the thing.
Anyway.
Again, I've completely lost myself once again. I can't defend AEW. This is like my body's rejecting it. My mind
is like, nope, not doing it.
My mind is a raging torrent.
Nope. Your mind, all I see is SpongeBob going through his brain looking when he's looking for his name when he has the fancy restaurant.
Yeah.
Name, what's the name? And your mind's doing that, but just like, all right, defend AEW. What? There's nothing in here. No. I don't know what I'm doing.
I don't know. I'm lost. Fucking breaking down over here. I'm really breaking down. Brain's starting to shut off. There's fucking weird shit.
All right, so let's bring you back this Saturday.
The Bash of Berlin.
Bash of Berlin, 1 o'clock start.
I was right on that. I was questioning as I was going on. Is it Bash of Berlin?
See, you have to get your mind right again now. You bring everything back. Bash of Berlin, 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Another afternoon pay-per-view on yet another weekend. This time we won't be as busy as we were last on Sunday.
That's what you think.
Yeah. At least I know I will not be.
You won't be. I guarantee you I'm busy.
So
I don't know with what. Oh, I do know with what. Yeah, I'm busy.
We have one more match added.
Yes.
And it's the Unholy Union, Alba Fire and Isla Dawn versus
I did see that.
Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. So we now have 5 matches.
They announced that briefly.
Yes, last night.
Yeah.
So like you said, we went over this card last week, so not a lot to really go over.
We're adding that, and it really,
yeah, that is what it is.
Is Jade Cargill holding Bianca Belair back? Because Bianca Belair was
In what aspect?
woman's like where she's at on the card right now, like where she's at in importance to where she was.
I think it's important for her to be with Jade.
You think it
for
helps
the
Jade?
future of WWE?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think it just only benefits the company itself. Yeah, you're right. It might not benefit Bianca at all.
We don't know if it does or doesn't. Like,
Yeah,
she's get paid. She gets paid a salary. So
yeah, absolutely.
here's the thing: she's getting paid either way. So.
Yeah, but
Does it hurt her? No.
From the perspective of fan looking for her to be
Like
the
maybe. EST.
Exactly. But
I feel like she's lost a little bit of the EST-ness.
Yeah, I mean, I can see why you would say that, absolutely. But just think of what's going to happen once Jade gets to come into her own and feels more comfortable. And
each other.
Yeah, exactly. Because you would think Jade would turn on Bianca. You want her to be a heel.
I think you could go either way.
That's true. But I think Jade was really good in
kinda,
AEW as a heel.
Yeah, but we haven't seen Bianca yet. She could be really good too.
That's
I
true.
think she has the talent to be really good.
She has the cockiness for sure.
I think that all plays out really well. I mean, she could be the. I mean, this is an easy angle, and I'll give it to him. I'll give it to him on a silver platter, like I always do. They don't reciprocate or no. Jade starts to do really well. Starts to outshine.
Mm-hmm.
People start to get on, like, because all you got to do is turn it that way,
yeah,
and you can just play at TV angles.
Yeah.
Jade keeps getting the pins. She keeps doing the move. She gets her shit in. Bianca's just sitting there waiting for tags. She goes,
maybe
she gets really excited
yeah.
at first. She gets less excited. She turns on her because she's the bigger star, and she got her there. She's the one that brought her in. She's the champion. She's the EST. See, there you go. WWE. I fucking boom.
You're welcome.
Right there. Come on, Trips. Hit me up.
So we'll move on to Sunday afternoon.
Okay.
Sunday afternoon, 4:30.
This is the NXT
jump off. No Mercy. Now
shaping up.
It is
shaping up.
Now tonight is
as we speak, we're 46 minutes in.
Yeah, so tonight is the go home show for No Mercy for them.
We don't know how much it's shaping up.
But right now we have 6. Yeah, we have 6 matches
for the card.
Pay-per-view
card. That's a lot for an NXT.
Which, if you look at NXT, there probably won't be another one announced tonight.
I don't think.
Knowing NXT, they don't really.
6.
Yeah, 6 is a lot.
6 is a lot for them.
Yeah.
4 or 5. That's a sweet spot.
So we have Roxanne Perez versus Jada Parker, which is going to be phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Both those girls are ridiculous. So that's for the women's title. We got Ethan Page versus Joe Hendry, with the special guest referee being Trick Williams. We have Kalani Jordan versus Wendy Chu, who just came back. I don't know if you remember Wendy Chu.
Yeah, she wore the pajamas.
Exactly. So, but now she's
not pajamas.
She's evil. No, she is, but she's evil.
Evil pajamas.
She is. Yeah,
evil pajamas.
We have the North American title match. Obafemi versus Tony D'Angelo.
Tony D'Angelo, man. When's he going to make it to the main card?
I don't know.
Is he going to?
I don't know.
It's a tough one.
I like him playing that character, but the character
how does it translate?
Itself,
like, how do you make it not Little Guido?
Yeah. Like they've done a good job on NXT and not being Little Guido.
Audience.
Yeah, but just I don't know.
Yeah, but this isn't the when he comes up. Vince McMahon turns his character up to a bazillion, and he's like fucking making pizzas.
That's
in a fucking Little Italy shop.
That's true.
He's not walking around Chinatown buying fucking the fake Gucci's.
That's true. We got.
Although that would be pretty funny if he did that.
We only have out of
what
you just playing that in my head as you said that.
Yeah.
Out of 6 matches, 5 are title matches. So we got the tag team title match as well.
It's the fucking their pay-per-views run at like what I like. Each hits an arc. The arc is the fucking pay-per-view.
And then
they're fucking it's a fucking machine. NXT is a machine.
It is.
And I like the consistency of the machine. When it's good and it's running, that machine is fucking amazing.
It is. Yeah. Chase U versus Nathan Frazier and Axiom for the title. So Ridge Holland and Andre Chase. And then we finish up with Wesley versus Zachary Wentz, which is the only non-title match but
Man,
it's a grudge match.
Isn't that perfect? Like it's probably going to steal the show, man. In the of 5 title matches, that one could steal the show.
It could absolutely. And look,
best storyline.
It's so easy.
Really good.
It's just
really good.
Good friends, better enemies. Always
dude,
fucking works.
You can imagine
always
the near falls.
Oh my gosh,
Shawn Michaels fucking behind the helm of this one. Holy shit! Or anybody like just him putting input. Like there's gonna be 12 to 15 near falls.
Could be. Yeah.
I think
yeah,
that might be safe. That might be like a low ball on it.
That's by the way, speaking because NXT is on right now, and we're talking about NXT.
Yes, we are.
We are
49 minutes in.
I don't know when it's scheduled, but tonight we are getting another Joe Hendry concert. Yes, so I know right when it's done, we go upstairs. I am definitely turning on NXT because I want to see the Joe Hendry concert. I can't wait to see
him
it.
with he's got the right people behind him now.
He really, I mean,
he's
look,
got
we can't say that TNA wasn't right behind him. We just don't see TNA like we see NXT.
Yeah, not only that, but everything that I saw was like social media clips and shit. Like he did this shit, like he got to this point.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, his stuff with AJ Francis, formerly Top Dollar, like that was really good. Yeah. And that was right before he came to NXT.
Mm-hmm.
That feud was very, very, even to the point where he superimposed AJ onto his music video. Like,
yeah,
all
but
that
that's
stuff.
him.
Yeah,
that's him.
But it's still TNA produced. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I know. Imagine if that was produced
by NXT
with a WWE budget.
Yeah. I mean,
he's in good hands.
Very, absolutely. So
I don't foresee him not being over for a little while now.
Yeah, if he ever
like, here's the thing, he's at a. And I don't know how else to put this, but he's at like a Rusev Day peak.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what I'll.
Yeah, I see that.
Kind of same era at least.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. Absolutely.
Well, let's see how someone other than the McMahon regime
runs with someone being that over by themselves.
Yes.
Who got themselves over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See if he gives them the tools to get even more over, or he makes it a complete disaster. I'm like, I really don't think.
I find it hard to believe they will.
No.
I find it hard to believe.
It just seems like they want people, if you're gonna like Triple H, I think Vince just lost touch of business, like, and how to, like, he just couldn't get in with the time. Like, he just couldn't. He was stuck.
Mm-hmm.
He just couldn't figure it out. Like, and he didn't want help from anyone because it's his company.
Yeah, and he didn't want to change either. I feel like that's the other thing. I feel like he was stuck in the, I know what works.
Yeah,
and no, you not anymore. Like,
it was not.
No, you don't. Not anymore.
Triple
you
H
don't
is
know
more
what
dialed
works.
in.
Absolutely.
To that, and I think someone getting over on their own terms, you capitalize on it. You just let them run with it.
Look at the report that came out like 3 weeks ago that Triple H is in Gorilla and he scrolls through social media to see what people are thinking as the show's going on. Like, Vince would never give a fuck.
No.
Vince doesn't give a fuck about that.
He's scrolling through fucking porn sites.
Yeah. But like,
or
that's
all of his fucking coworkers' numbers.
That's what
I got the Rolodex right here.
That's what the fans of AEW like about Tony Khan, is because he listens to the fans and the Bucks, of course, too. They, you know what I mean? They take part in social media. They follow social media, where Vince, of course, never fucking did that because he knew what was right and he knew what worked, and this is what's going to happen regardless.
Vince was trying to find a new. You'd say he was trying to find a new Hogan. I'd say he was trying to find a new Brock.
Probably, yeah,
or a new Cena, and they're just not there. You're not making to get to that level, and he was completely fumbling the bag with Roman.
Did you see what the interview that Brian did before All In?
No.
Danielson. So Brian did an interview, and they asked him about 33 or 33 is when he won, right? I always get 30 and 33 mixed up for some reason with him. But so they asked him about it and about being the guy and finally getting that moment and what Vince thought of it. And he actually said that Vince pulled him in the office and then said that we're gonna run with you for a little bit, but then we're gonna set up Roman because I want Roman to be the next John Cena, so he's gonna get the title. You're gonna face Brock, and Brock's gonna beat you, and then Roman's gonna beat him because we're gonna make Roman the next John Cena. And Brian, he was like, "This is one of the first time I ever went against Vince," and I kind of said, "Well, I thought I was gonna kind of be the next John Cena, like I could be the next John Cena." And Vince kind of stopped and hesitated and was like, "Well, no one can be the next John Cena." Like, what? Like, you are such a piece of shit. Like, you're such a piece of shit. Like, you're telling the guy who just had the biggest movement, the biggest fan involvement whatsoever, who finally won the title, that, all right, yeah, you got it, but we're going to give it to Brock, and then Brock's going to give it to Roman because we want to build him.
You saw what happened in the fucking Rumble. We all saw what happened.
Yeah, we were in attendance.
We all
were at that Rumble.
Yeah, we all fucking witnessed it.
Mm-hmm.
We all witnessed what happened.
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan got eliminated, and the place lost it and was not accepting anything else.
Even The Rock.
Even The Rock. He was not wrong. You could feel it. Like when Daniel Bryan on his run, when he had that match against Cena and won and got cashed in on right away.
Yeah.
Like, you saw how over he was. Like, he felt the aura of John Cena transferring to him. Like, he felt it.
Yeah.
Like, Roman never had that. Not at that point.
Not at that point, no.
No, he never had that at all.
No.
It was like, he took his aura. He took John Cena's aura away from him.
Yeah.
Vince is an aura crusher.
Amongst other things, yeah.
He has crushed the aura
of
Daniel Bryan and the Yes Movement.
The other thing
It's impressive to do that.
I did want to talk to you about because I listened to it today.
Busted open.
No.
Busted closed.
No. CVV had Jesse the Body Ventura on.
CVV.
Chris Van Vliet.
And we call him CVV.
That's what he calls himself.
CVV.
That's what he calls himself. So just make it quicker.
JCLH.
Anyway, he tells amazing stories. He has such a great memory for everything he's been through. And I didn't know he was a Navy SEAL. I didn't know that about Jesse Ventura.
Oh, I feel like I knew he was part of the military. I didn't know he was.
He was
a very smart person.
Yeah.
I guess that's why he was able to be governor of Minnesota.
Yeah. And he talked about that, and he talked about why he's never run for president.
Do you think he could have kicked Arnold's ass?
Wait, like for real?
Yeah, he was a Navy SEAL.
Probably.
I feel like he could kick.
Yeah, I mean, Arnold's all muscle and an actor. I bet you that Jesse Ventura could probably whoop his ass. Yeah, absolutely.
Navy SEAL.
Absolutely. Navy SEAL just ends it. Yeah. He's an actor who was a bodybuilder. Yeah, he has size, but he's still an actor who's just a bodybuilder.
I'm saying
Jesse Ventura could probably fuck him up. He's a Navy SEAL, for sure.
I wish I would have seen that. I wish that could have happened. I could have. Imagine that fight.
But he talks about Vince. He talks about Vince. He talks about Hogan.
He hates Hogan.
He hates Hogan. Do you know why he hates Hogan? I never knew that.
I feel like I.
So it has to do with the union, trying to get the unionize, and that Hogan.
Jesse the Body was trying to start
before WrestleMania 2
to get them unionized, and fucking Hogan dimed them out.
Yes, to Vince.
Yeah, he went in his office and said, "Yo, brother, they're trying to start the union."
Do you know how Jesse found out?
No.
So he sued. Apparently, there was a suit that they were included in, and he had his lawyer in a deposition ask. He goes, "If you can, ask him who dined me out." So he literally had him. He was like, "Did anyone try and unionize wrestling?" And he goes, "Yeah." He's like, "I think Jesse Ventura tried to do it." And he was like, "Well, what'd you hear him?" "No, I didn't hear him. Hulk Hogan told me." Flat out.
Who said that?
Vince. Flat out in the deposition.
Right under
the bus.
Right under
the bus. Because Chris asked him, "Was there any chance of you and Hogan ever?" And he said, "Absolutely not. No. Nope. I want nothing to do with Hulk Hogan." He's like, "What about a conversation?" He was like, he would have to apologize to me first to even have a conversation. He was like, "I want nothing to do with Hulk Hogan." I was like, God damn.
Well, he's a born again now. Maybe I'll apologize. Part of his step process.
Yeah, but that conversation I don't know if you'll have the time to listen to it. If anyone else, it was really, really good. About an hour and I think about an hour and a half. Really good. And the one cool part about it was, if anyone has seen Chris Van Vliet on
Is he
social
on
media,
like the Apple Podcast?
yeah. Yeah.
We're going for a long walk tomorrow.
He did a workout with Karrion Kross, who does an amazing.
Oh yeah,
Jesse the Body Ventura.
yes, he does. There was
So-
someone else. Oh, fucking Will Sasso.
So
Also,
wait a second now.
it gets better.
It gets better.
Oh, all right, cool.
So in the beginning of the show, before the show even happened, when he found out this was happening, he called Karrion Kross and said, "Can you come in and sit in on the interview with Jesse Ventura?" So of course, Karrion Kross was like 1,000%. I definitely want to. So in the very beginning, Karrion Kross walks in and they do dueling Jesse Venturas.
Who?
Jesse Ventura and Karrion Kross. And then after that, he FaceTimes Will Sasso, and Will Sasso does his Jesse Ventura for Jesse Ventura. So I was like, this is fucking amazing. It was really, really good. And Jesse was really, really cool with it. Like, he thought they were great, and he thought they did a good job. But yeah, that was another cool point of that show as well. So yeah, great. It was a great episode. I mean, I listened to them a lot, but that one I couldn't wait for, just because of the Jesse Ventura voices alone. And then pleasant surprise how interesting that Jesse Ventura actually is. He's really good and remembers a lot. So that'll do it. Enjoy.
This is a very good ending to the show.
Enjoy Bash at
Tie it all
Berlin.
together somewhere.
Enjoy NXT No Mercy. And we'll be talking to you next week with a guest next week. We will be having Ernie Osiris, as we said last week. We'll be having him on Wednesday. So to talk about, and the last minute push, get your tickets for Fight Pro, Gloucester City, Goondependence Day. I'm going to say Gooniversary.
I knew that's where you're going. I was like, I don't think he's going to be right.
Goondependence Day.
I'm not going to say anything.
Next.
Heel turn.
Thanks. The heel turn. You've always been the heel.
Okay.
But yeah,
remainder.
September 8th. Make sure, if you haven't and you're in the area, get tickets. But we will be talking.
Money.
Will he be there?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. But he'll be talking, hopefully giving us some maybe matches that aren't announced yet. Never know.
Maybe
So
Larry can fuck up his name again.
I will not do that. I won't. I did it once. I will never do it again. Not with him anyway.
Well, I'm going to bring that up.
I have no doubt.
I remember, bro, Larry fucked up your name and we had to listen to him for the remainder of the show.
Thank you all for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the show. We will be seeing you next week. And don't take any shit from anybody.